Welcome to Living Chassidus. Together, let's live the Chassidus we learn.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Chassidus in the Morning. 15 minutes change our lives. Finishing it off. This section of the Sikha. So we're discussing all of the Menorah and yesterday we started discussing the three conditions for lighting the Menorah. First of all, anyone can light it, even a Zar. Second of all, the preparation for lighting has to be from the Kohen, Aaron Kohen. And thirdly, it has to be lit in the Heichel. So we were discussing what do these things mean. And today we're going to explain all that we've talked about in terms of Avodah. So what's the Hayra from everything? So let's see. Hayra Dalad. Hayra Mikol Bavodah here. What's the lesson for us in terms of Avodah? Sha'al Yomar Adam, and this is such a powerful idea that we're going to say that we can't patch ourselves, and we can't say this is not for me. I'm not shaykh, or whatever. I'll do my thing. It doesn't work this way. Let's see. Al Yomar Adam, a person shouldn't say to himself, "Emes adavar sheish Yisrael tzarich ladlik ner shebekibay v'haner shel hazulas." Yeah, it's true. I've learned that I need to light up my own candle, and I need to light up the candle of someone else, people around me. But who says that I have to do it so severely, so intently, such a high level? There's so many other Yidden, they weren't put on such a high standard they need to do. So why do I have to be the guy that has to do it? Why do I have to be the carbon to have to go to such an extreme extent? So this is a lesson, and this is such a powerful lesson we're going to learn here. We all have our mission. We have our purpose, our dalet amos, our thing that's meant to be for us to transform. That thing that we've been given, that's for us. Being that we've given special capabilities to lighten up a specific area, to make it super strong with Kedusha and bring out Kedusha in a way that only we can do. This is a proof that this is specific and special for us through the Eibishter that Hashem gave us to do this specific mission. Therefore, when we don't do that specific mission that we were given with our specific talents, what does that mean? You didn't do your mission. You didn't fulfill the ratzon of the Creator. This is such a powerful idea, and this is I have a friend that he's gotten better at it. That we became friends because we had this whole reunion about does Chassidus say you're good? Chassidus says you're not good, and he was saying Chassidus says no, you're a nobody. And every time you learn something, you see like, yeah, you could say this. There's one way to look at it. You could say, oh, you see, I'm not good. I didn't fulfill my mission. Look what I'm seeing here. I'm learning in the Sikha, and the Sikha is saying that as long as you didn't push yourself to the craziest extreme to fulfill your mission, you didn't do your job. So what does it say? I'm not good enough. I'm never good enough. And this is what this guy was saying. He's always felt this way. And we forbearing, and I was trying to tell him, no. So this is saying you're good. And he's like, no. And we finished it off. I don't remember how we finished off, but I'd sort of like shown him, hey, there's a different way to look at things. But he couldn't wrap his head around it. And for a long time, every so often he would send me like these things that in Chassidus that it sounds like he's saying you're not good or you're not good enough. And so I had to always try to explain to him what it really means. So sort of what I was saying here, I say, all right, look, you see, you have a job. And if you don't do your job, your special mission, so you didn't fulfill it. You didn't fulfill your mission. And you could say, he also says, he's going to say, you didn't fulfill your mission to the fullest extent. You can't like him, you didn't fulfill Hashem's ratzin. As is known, we're going to explain this a little more. We'll read a little more, then we're going to explain. As is known, ratzin, our will is not divided. We have which is the difference between our will and our seichel intellect. Now, when you have understanding and thinking, you can have different. It can be divided, but not like the ratzin. Meaning like this. Ratzin is an inner desire that expresses itself in everything. When you have a simple example, you have a ratzin to live. You have a desire to live, and that desire doesn't express itself in the head. I really think I should live, and let me discuss it with the rest of my body. Things like this. It doesn't work that way. You have a desire to live, and anything that you need to survive, you'll come out. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to organize it. Whereas seichel, intellect, is very cold and very calculated, but it's very defined in different places. Intellect is not in your bones. Intellect is in your mind. You think, and you say, you know what? I think, let's say you think to yourself that you should go to bed on time. So when you do that, you have to motivate the rest of your body to come along with this idea. Whereas ratzin doesn't work that way. Ratzin is all of you at one shot. So we're saying when you don't, so what he's saying is when you don't fulfill your mission, you don't fulfill the ratzin, which is everything. You don't do ratzin in all its details. It's not that you fulfilled half of the ratzin, like the seichel. I understood half of the idea. I can wrap my head around half of it, and I can do half of it. That's not ratzin. That's seichel. Ratzin, it's all or nothing. So if you don't fulfill all of it, you didn't fulfill any of it. And on the contrary, and therefore, if you don't fulfill the ratzin, you did opposite of the ratzin. Ratzin is not extreme, but it's all or nothing. So let's understand this quickly, because I don't want this to be left not understood. And this is sort of this discussion I had with my friend. He agrees this, and he says, "Oh, you see, I'm not good enough. If I don't do everything perfectly, it's worth nothing." And this is not at all what we're saying. What we're saying, and this is why it's such a powerful message, that you have to realize you have a specific mission that only you can fulfill. The Rebbe can't fulfill it, that your teachers can't fulfill it, that your parents, that anyone that you think could do a better job than you, and we say to ourselves, everyone else can do a better job than me, they cannot fulfill it. You have your mission. And if you're going to say to yourself, whatever, my mission, it's not so important, whatever, I'll do half of it. It doesn't work that way. It's your mission. It's like we're on a boat, and everyone has their job to make that boat go and not sink. And you can't say, you know what, I'll do my job half. It doesn't work that way. You have to do it fully. That's what we're saying. And you have to realize, because that was the discussion in the beginning. He's saying, what does he say in the beginning? He says, you're going to say to yourself, yeah, I get this point, but why me? Why do I have to be the one? Why do I have to put myself all the way out there? He says, because Hashem has a ratzin, and this is ratzin was given to you to fulfill. And when you don't fulfill that ratzin, you don't fulfill. It's not you fulfilled half the ratzin. It doesn't work that way. You have to fulfill all the ratzin. So therefore, when you don't do it, you miss the whole ratzin. That's what we're saying. Just like there's a difference between each and every person, that every single person has their own specific mission. I thought that someone else would do it. There's no one else. It's not for someone else. It's yours. Everyone has their own mission. No one can do your mission for you. You shouldn't learn from yourself to your friend, or from your friend to yourself. Oh, look, they're doing. It's the same thing. It doesn't work that way. And so too, just like every single person has their own specific mission, so too every generation has their own specific mission. Even though in the early generations, There were many good, holy, special Jews that didn't learn the Pneumis Torah, didn't learn Chassidus, didn't learn in a part of Torah. But in the later generations, the Pneumis Torah was revealed. His galus also this revelation of Pneumis Torah itself. Is a lesson. Shalimud Pneumis Torah he echad mitafkidei dereinu. This is one of our missions. So discussing, like we said before, we have to understand we all have a mission. So he's saying part of our mission, every individual's mission in this generation, is to learn Pneumis Torah. So Mikiv and Shekain, and being that's the case, so Asura Acheres, you can't say, I'm not going to learn Chassidus. Shekain K'amur Ein Chalukah B'Ratzin. Just like we said before, the Ratzin, there's no chiluk. You can't divide the Ratzin. Therefore, you can't say, I'm not going to do it. Your job, all of our jobs, is to learn Pneumis Torah, learn Chassidus. Hadlakas Amaneira, to finish it off, Hadlakas Amaneira, Melamanesi Sanu, Jerusha, Bisaskas Pneumis Torah. And the lighting of the Menorah is teaching us the requirement to deal with and learn Pneumis Torah, learn Chassidus. Ukimedubar B'inyan, I shall have us, just like the flame, Shaloi Dai B'Nehira, Ukmir. Gali Torah is not just enough with the revealed parts of Torah. El Sheish Hechrech Gam B'Nehira Shiur, Pneumis Torah. The limud Pneumis Torah Yitin Koyach V'Oiz. So not just we learn Torah, Torah B'Chsav, Torah B'Al Peh, but we also have to learn the Pneumis Torah. The Pneumis Torah Yitin Koyach V'Oiz will give us strength. L'Shleit Al Kol HaMafrim, to overcome and to rule over anything that gets in the way. V'Yisif Chayus Gam Limud Niglo Shel Torah B'Kiyum Mitzvahs, and will bring Chayus into learning the other parts of Torah and fulfillment of mitzvahs. So just to finish up what we're saying here, we have to say today, we have to realize we all have a mission, and that mission, part of that mission is learning Chassidus. That's what we're saying. And we can't say that someone else will do it, because everyone has their specific mission, and each and every one of us is a specific mission. Besides our other mission, part of that mission is also learning Torah and learning Pneumis Torah, learning Chassidus, and affecting others with learning Chassidus. And when we do that, it will add, and we get over the obstacles from inside and from outside, and all our thoughts that we're not good enough, or it's not for me, or I don't know, and we overcome those, and we push ourselves to do it, and we fulfill it, and we do through that fulfilling the Ratzon. It affects us in our Judaism, in our learning Torah, and our doing mitzvahs. There should be with more love and more excitement. The mitzvah Hashem, we should feel this, and we should recognize the potential that we have and push ourselves to try to achieve it. Have an amazing day.